Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, I Heart Aries. My name is Chelsea and this is a channel where we do all Aries readings. Today I'm going to pull some cards for Mercury Retrograde because it has begun. And let me start by saying this. I will not post on this channel for about maybe 2 or 3 days. And y'all will be in the comment section talking about some welcome back. We missed you. And I fucking love y'all. I swear. I love y'all so much. It makes me feel so good, so loved, and so appreciated. And I love y'all. I'm sorry I got put some lotion on. I just got out of the shower. But I had to jump on here because I have a few readings I have to finish up from the mini sessions. If you did not get a reading, you know why. From your mini reading, you didn't have your questions turned in time. And every time I do mini readings, I tell y'all I need about a day or two break. Okay. So people who are waiting for their mini readings and didn't have their questions in time, you're going to have that today. But Mercury retrograde, we've been in the shadow period. So there's been little things here and there, but it started today. My Mercury is in Aries. So the only way that I ever feel that I'm affected is I am full blown Aries. Okay. Full blown Aries when Mercury goes into retrograde. And I'm actually, I don't want to say more in my power because I'm always in my power, but it's more like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, this is a good thing I need to come on here and talk to people about today. And we talked about this a little bit yesterday. I was born during my Mercury retrograde. I feel very comfortable through this period and also speaking my truth, talking, saying what I need to say and getting it off my chest. My Aries is my sun sign is in Aries, which is more of like your ego. Some people say your personality, things like that. But my Mercury is also in Aries. And let me just tell you this. This is what I'm getting to today. For those of you who don't know, my dad has 11 kids. I'm the oldest of 11 kids. My mother had 2 children. So therefore I have 11 sisters and brothers, 8 sisters, 3 brothers, and one has passed on and deceased. I'm only one. I'm only one of 2 fire signs out of all of that. Okay. The rest is all air, a lot of air and a little bit of earth. Okay. So communication immediately, you can almost sense it, feel it. We were talking about taking Christmas pictures and we went to 0 to 100 in that sibling group chat. And sometimes, I just fall back and listen and watch until I'm ready. And it just was like, it came from my feet all the way up. And then it was just like, roar. Okay. And I'm talking about through text message. I don't know. I just looked at a certain text message and I just was like, you know what? This shit is about to cut out right now. And I said what I had to say and it was probably about a paragraph. But Aries, when we have something to say, it's pretty, we pack a punch. You know what I'm saying? I always say this. And Aries can kill you with their words and never even say a curse word. You know what I'm saying? Aries can really puncture a vital organ. They can puncture a vital organ with their speech, with a sentence. If you're an Aries, right? And I wasn't trying to hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that. And I didn't. It was just more of a kind of like a coming to, all right, let's pull this in now and let's just gather this. And it just stopped. As soon as I sent the text, I was like, it's Mercury retrograde. Okay, Chelsea, we're not about to be doing this till January 1st because every time I have to get like that, which is very rare, and tell me if you can relate to this. You almost like feel a fire in your chest, right? Like you're like a dragon breathing, flame throwing sometimes when you have to get to that capacity, right? It was beautiful though, because we ended in laughter, we ended in I love yous, and that's the most important part. But it just really got me thinking. I started texting everybody I know, my other sisters and cousins, things like that. Like, look, Mercury retrograde just started today. It's the new moon in Sagittarius. Take about 5. If something comes up and you have to respond to somebody and it's heated, take about 5 deep breaths. Okay. Sometimes even walk away from your phone. Now what I said was not bad and it wasn't, hurtful or anything like that. It was just kind of like me having to like gather everybody and pull it back in before it got too chaotic. But I just want you to be mindful. I want you to be mindful about, um, how you speak to people, right? I know it can always be other people, and I know sometimes it could be like, oh, they triggered me and they did this, and stuff like that. But whatever you put out comes back to you, okay? That's the most important thing that you have to remember is that whatever you put out comes back to you. Okay. Sometimes people do deserve a telling off. Sometimes people do deserve sharp words, but you have to be mindful. Okay. How can this come back to me? How can this circle back to me? Am I doing this out of ego or am I doing this because I need to set a boundary? Now that's different. If you have to speak and you have to say what you need to say because you need to set a boundary, which is this Sagittarius is one of these things, these emotions that are rising up through this new moon in Sagittarius. You may have to assert certain boundaries in your life right now. And when you do it, you have to be firm. You don't have to be mean, but you have to be firm because right now is a time for setting intentions for expansion and growth. But guess what? That can stop that expansion and growth. Sometimes lower vibrating energies and people. And so you have to set boundaries to certain situations to say, hey, I'm going this way. You're not. So you're going to have to stay over here. And I'm going to have to put this boundary right here. I still love you. I still pray that you get ahead and you do you. But right now, your energy is affecting my energy. So I'm going to call my energy back and I'm going to let you stay over there in your energy. And sometimes it's just that simple. And it just needs to be done. It needs to be done to, we talk about protecting ourselves and protecting your energy. One of the strongest ways to protect your energy sometimes is to speak it. Call your energy back from something or someone, or visualize. When we say that our minds are the most powerful tools, that means for everything. That doesn't just mean for manifesting money and manifesting this. Your mind is your most powerful weapon for everything. There is a delayed reaction on Earth because it is so dense. So when we think about things, it does not automatically happen like it does in the 5D. When you're in the 5D and you're dead or we're transitioned, you think about something and you're automatically there. When your loved ones think about you, they're automatically there thinking and feeling what you're feeling. It's instantaneous. There is an intentional delay over here, which is why I would say it takes about 3 days to manifest or 3 days to think. If you're constantly thinking about something, it will come to you in 3 days. But there's an intentional delay. So if you get mad at someone, you're saying, you're literally thinking, I wish they would just hit by a truck. Thank God that doesn't happen instantly. But your mind is very powerful. So if you can to dwell in those harsh or negative, or whatever we call it. I don't like to say negative because it is what it is. If you continue to think in that way, something will happen in that direction. Okay. So same thing with protection. If I constantly say I am protected, I'm protected, I'm protected, and I do my cleansing and I do my visualizing, a gold aura, a golden shield around me. And that's very powerful for tarot readers, psychics, intuitives. But you have to know that your mind and your tongue, the power of the tongue, I know you've heard that before, your mind and the power of your tongue is very potent. And my computer is doing crazy things right now. That's how we know we're in this Mercury retrograde. It keeps saying, like, my computer keeps saying plugged in, unplugged, unplugged, plugged in, unplugged. Nothing is moving. Nothing is moving right now. Nothing, no cords are moving. So I don't know. This energy is pretty potent. This is just supposed to be a quick reading. I'm gonna do 3 mini readings just to see what you need to look out for during this Mercury retrograde. Okay. Hopefully the laptop stays on. So let's see here. Holy Spirit, Spirit guides and angels, please allow me to commence the spirit for the Aries collective. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. We're going to take a look at Mercury retrograde. So that beginning spill and talk was a part of the reading. So if anybody, I saw somebody in the comment section say the other day, well, the reader took about 30 minutes before she got into the reading. This is not your channel. Okay. I can tell you right now, this is not your channel. You're not a part of the soul tribe. You don't resonate with us. Okay. So you don't have to stay here. And that's just that. All right. So let's take a look here. Holy Spirit, Spirit guides and angels. Let's see, what do we have here for the Aries collective and Mercury retrograde? What's the most important things that Aries needs to focus on? I keep seeing the devil energy. keep coming up. So what is the strongest energies here? Temperance, balance, and patience. Now, I remember when I first started this channel, I used to defend a lot of Aries about, not every Aries is impatient and but I will tell you this, that is one thing that a lot as a collective Aries has to work on is patience. A lot of y'all are very impatient. And I'm not even saying it in a negative way. I'm saying it in maybe a soul way. Like one of your soul purposes, your soul lessons is to work on patience. Okay. That's something that I did years back. I knew I was very impatient and I made it my mission to literally, sometimes I'll be in grocery store lines, just hold it in. Don't rise. Don't, because you have to work on that as Aries. We got a lot of fire in us. Patience is something that you absolutely have to work on. And I'm not just talking about waiting for love. I'm talking about how you interact with people. All right. So let's see here. What does Aries need to know about this Mercury retrograde? What do they need to? Page of Pentacles. Ooh, a lot of cards are trying to fall off. And the Queen of Pentacles. It's definitely something here about growth and expansion here because you go from the page to the Queen. I see. I see. I want to use one card to clarify this. I see what's going on here. Okay. Let's use this new deck. We got Justice at the bottom of the deck. Getting what you deserve also talks about balance and fairness. So the Page of Pentacles here it could be the beginning stages of some sort of wealth growing or seed planted. Let's say like you just started a business or you just made an investment. So you're seeing the first fruits of your labor, the first return, right? A paycheck, a new job, you know what I'm saying? But it goes to the Queen of Pentacles, which is more of like a very generous, very abundant type of energy. Tell me about the page here. The Emperor, there you are. And the King of Pentacles is clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm going to say this, Aries. This could definitely be, I just saw something fly by, about money, finances here this period. And specifically here where somebody could owe you something or you're waiting for something to come in. You got the Temperance with the Tower. Okay. That's like almost two opposites. That means that and what's also clarifying the Temperance is the Six of Wands. So forward movement, success, recognition, beautiful positive energy. This could be, and I'm going to say this before I go to other message, this could be something that really takes off for you. And it could take off right after Mercury retrograde, during Mercury retrograde. They're asking you to temper yourself, to balance yourself, balance your emotions, balance your energies here so you can, receive some sort of success. You can receive whatever this is for you. A lot of you, though, I feel like this could be a push forward. And I keep wanting to say after, it could be something here that's progressing during Mercury retrograde, but you don't really feel it till after, which after is January 1st. January 1st, Mercury retrograde ends, and then you still have a shadow period after that. The Emperor, the Page of Pentacles here, the King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Aries, this really feels like you finding balance within yourself so something can grow. I was just meditating and I asked my spirit guides, what do I need to do right now? What do you need from me? And they said, we need you to heal. And I said, okay. And I said, what does that look like for me? What do you need me to do? They were like, after you're done with these readings in January, you need to take a break, period. You need to sleep in. You need to do nothing. You need to, go out, have lunches. You need to go pamper yourself. You need to go, like, they're just telling me, like, you just need to just break, okay? Heal. And in that, they were showing me that the rest period or the slowing down, the balancing of my energies on the flip side will actually bring in an increase. That's kind of what I'm seeing here, Aries. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. So if somebody here has just been go, 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 accelerating, 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 you've been doing a good job of keeping up and doing what you need to do. But they're saying it's actually going to be more beneficial for you to temper yourself, to balance yourself. You may not see it, you may not feel it. You might be one of those Aries where you feel very comfortable always being busy. That's me. I like to do things that I like to do. I like to do them a lot. I like to do them in excess. But there's when spirit speaks, okay? There's usually something that you don't see because we're in this 3D physical reality. We can't always see other things out there. All right. So I'm gonna go for it because this computer acting crazy. All right, let's see. What's the next message? What is that? Oh, I have sage burning. I mean, not sage, incense. Look, what is that? For God. Whew. All right, let's see here. What else does Aries need to be aware of during this Mercury retrograde? What does Aries need to be aware of during this Mercury retrograde? Thank you, Spirit. The World card. What does Aries need to be aware of during? Well, yes, the most famous theme of all for Mercury retrograde. All right. So we got the World card, closing of a cycle or closure of a cycle that has already happened that benefited you or will benefit you in some way. You have the Six of Cups. This usually represents past people, past relationships, nostalgic feelings, reminiscing, missing someone. Okay. And the Two of Swords, not being confused. The Two of Swords talks about indecision, indecisiveness, being confused. Which option do I choose? Also, maybe even being blocked intuitively. And I say that because your heart space is usually blocked off from something here. Two of Swords, needing to make a decision about a past person where a cycle has already closed out. Not everybody's going to have a past person come back, but some of you have already had that in the shadow period. In the shadow period of Mercury retrograde, they've already shown their faces, messaged you, tried to get you to unblock them. Maybe you've seen them. Maybe you dreamed about them. Shit, they could have popped up in your dreams. That is still an energetic way of communicating. Spirit is saying, don't get confused by this. This could also just be a feeling with the Six of Cups, where you start reminiscing about someone. Ace of Swords, they might be communicating. Ace of Wands, somebody may try to have sex with you or start a connection again. Um, it could be you, Aries, who actually feels this pull and yearn to somebody from your past, the High Priestess. This could be telepathic communication. This could be some sort of spiritual pull. Hopefully, they're not doing something to pull you in here. But there is a spiritual connection, but there's also was a spiritual lesson for this. Okay. Okay, so Spirit is saying whatever was closed, tell me about the World card. Whatever was closed with the devil, keep it closed. You closed out a toxic cycle. You closed out a cycle that had a lot of control over your life, your emotions, your mood, your actions, your energy. You were able to close something out where you were connected to some sort of devil energy. And the Sun card at the bottom of the deck. Spirit is saying to keep it closed. Keep it closed. Now, if somebody from your past does come back, there's a lesson in it. So use your discernment, but be careful about starting new things. The way the Ace of Swords clarified the Two of Swords, I would say even be careful about even communicating to a particular person. Strong Capricorn energy, strong Devil energy could just be a toxic energy that really made you feel like you had a stronghold on your life, or there was some sort of karmic cord attachment that you've already broke, mind you. I'm speaking to somebody who's already broken this connection. Be careful about restarting or even communicating with someone like that. Um, One more here. What else does Aries need to know about during Mercury retrograde? Holy Spirit, spirits, and angels, please allow me to speak to these Aries collective. What else does Aries need to know about during Mercury retrograde? Holy Spirit, spirits, and angels. Let's see here. What else does Aries need to know about during Mercury retrograde? Got the Two of Cups. So soulmate connection could even be talk about friendships. Friends can feel like soulmates. So let's see here. Wow, the Sun. What does Aries need to know about during Mercury retrograde? Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Five of Pentacles. Aries, off the top, this feels like an illumination. It feels like an illumination. Let me show you the cards. It feels like that we got the Two of Cups. We got the Sun. Talks about positivity, seeing things in a brighter way, brighter future, abundance, beautiful energy. But I'm getting here with the Sun energy. It's coming off as illumination. Something is being illuminated. And you have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles here, feeling left out in the cold, drained, depleted. Um, could even someone ghosted you. And I'm seeing here, which is significant, at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Some of you, this could be a friend because I keep hearing the word friend in my head. Others of you, this could be somebody that you dated. This could be somebody that you dated or dating. What I'm getting here, what I'm gathering, I'm going to clarify, but is that it feels like it may be time for you. And again, don't want to make any sudden moves during the Mercury retrograde. Take time to think over the situation and what's being presented to you, okay? Because we should be slowing down anyways. So using that time to kind of slow down and think about things, right, during this period. It feels like a particular relationship is going to be illuminated to you. What does that mean? Some of you may have to walk away from a connection. It could be a soulmate connection, it could be a friendship, it could be a lover. But I feel like what's happening is spirit is showing you something that maybe you didn't see previously about someone's characteristics. And somebody that you could be connected to could be draining you. They could be draining you financially. You know, we could have friends, and I just saw 2222. We could have friends who are nice, are sweet, are, good people, but generally sometimes they're just not in alignment. And sometimes that means that we just have to, we can't spend as much time with them all the time, especially if you know it's a pulling you down, draining you type of thing. Now, not saying about money or this and that, because there could be people who don't have as much money as you or this and that, and they could be striving for that. Everybody has started somewhere, and you could still be in the same frequency, right? Because you're both goal oriented, you're both ambitious, you're both driven. But then you have certain people pulling you down in a sense, okay? And so just be mindful and use your discernment, because I just feel like something is being illuminated. See, the Two of Cups here is being clarified by the Eight of Cups. There's a relationship, an emotional connection that it's time for you to emotionally detach from. All right, tell me about the Sun. And I want to say this, with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I feel like it's not I guess in vain is the way we should say it. Or I will tell you this, as soon as one, I don't want to say as, it's not as soon as, I feel like one relationship is ending to make room for something better. And it was just in my hand. The Sun is being clarified by the Lovers, So you go from the Two of Cups. It's a Two of Cups, still soulmate, still connection, but Spirit is asking you to walk away from that, because the Sun, something better, is being clarified by the Lovers. Maybe a stronger connection that is going to be more beneficial for you. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. The Four of Cups. Yeah. You're ignoring that a connection is draining you. You have been, and it's going to be illuminated during Mercury retrograde. Now, again, it does not have to be just a romantic partner. It could be a friendship. It could be somebody that you're connected to, a coworker, someone who you think very fondly of, you're very close to. I'm going to say that you do like this person. You like this person for a while, but you're realizing that there's certain situations and habits that you've been ignoring. with the Four of Cups here. And with the Four of Cups clarifying the Five of Pentacles, it could definitely be draining you in some way. And the Moon card is coming out, clarifying the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. So I'm gonna say this is working on you, Aries, in a subconscious way. Your intuition has been telling you this. I don't like the Moon being here with the Five of Pentacles because to me it feels like in secret, in secret something could be happening. Um, tell me about the Moon. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles and the Moon. Yeah, the Nine of Swords. I don't I don't like this. I feel like it's more than just somebody low vibrational, but it could be. Tell me more, a little bit more about this Moon and the Nine of Swords and the Strength card in reverse. It's something or some. I'm gonna just say this, Aries. It's something or someone. Two cards came out. Six of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is always my indication of it's time to cut something off. You have to be less emotional and you have to be more mental in an aspect or a decision that you're making. And with the Queen of Swords right next to the Six of Cups in reverse, it does feel like it was a connection or is a connection where you have history with someone. You go way back with this person. It could have even been a beautiful relationship, connection, or friendship. The person that it could be so many different things that is happening with this person. They could just be, and I don't want to say you don't leave somebody when they're in a rough patch, but you know how it is when somebody that you're very close to can be in, their choice is to involve themselves in something low vibrational. You love them to death. I mean, I've had drug addict friends. I've had all kinds of things like that happen, but you know that, hey, I got a child. I got to protect myself and my child. I'm sorry, we can no longer, be near each other. Period. I love you, pray for you, got to go in a different direction because you have to save yourself sometimes. I was listening to something today about old souls and new souls on this earth. A lot of us are old souls. Then you have the newer souls that have incarnated on this earth. Old souls, our mission, I'm gonna say our because I'm an old soul. Our mission in this world is we have to learn how to love ourselves. A lot of us on the self-love journey are people who are always giving love, and that's beautiful, and you should. But what does that mean when you're not loving yourself? You know what I'm saying? You are God's creation as well. You are beautiful. You are important. You were intentionally meant to be put on this earth. And it's beautiful that you're loving other things and creatures and things like that. But what does that mean when you're not protecting yourself? When you're not loving yourself? Okay? What does that mean? Does it truly matter that you're always putting somebody else in front of you? I don't think so. I think that's what this reading is trying to say is that there is something here that is going to be illuminated to you that you have been in some way hurting yourself by being connected to a particular person. Okay. And I'm going to let you figure that out. And I will say this on the flip side of it, there is someone coming towards you, and it could be multiple people, but it's representing the lovers here as in a soul. I wanted to say soul tribe, a soul mate, a deeper spiritual connection here where you're going to be on the same level as someone. If you can see that, that's the lovers and the sun. And the same type of love that you give out, you're going to get it back. Okay. You're going to get it back. And with the sun being here, it's going to be very healing. Okay. It's going to be very healing. Whereas with the Eight of Cups here and the Two of Cups, that was very draining. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that this helps and take care. Bye.